Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. How's everybody doing?
How's your Tuesday night for us, I guess? How's your night, though? It could be any night. Don't question. Don't question.
I don't know. I went to work today. Fucking... Yeah, I just went to work. It was a pretty solid day at work, though.
Yeah.
Steady work day, you know, like... Didn't run out of shit to do.
Yeah.
How about you, Wallace?
It was another day at work.
Another day at work? Just another one?
It's another one. It's a standard one. Got a lot of shit done though, so.
Oh yeah, that's the shit.
Yeah. Had a pretty solid day at work, I guess. Worked with Jaden. I feel like that's always... Days always go pretty good when I work with Jaden.
So do you? Yeah. And if you don't know, Jaden's Jerry's little brother. But so
Yeah.
do you usually work with Jaden? Like,
Most days, no, we don't work together. Most days we are at different places. They just kind of send us random places. But yeah, today we did. Yeah, we just flow together. You know.
Yeah. It's easy. It's easy to communicate.
Yeah.
I see that for sure.
Yeah. But fuck, you just got back from Burning Man.
Yeah, today was actually like my first, like, cause yesterday I just kind of relaxed. Like I got back Sunday, and yesterday I just kind of relaxed and fucking chilled. And today was like my first day, being like back, like back to work and like shit like that, you know. And like I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than it was, to be honest. Like I don't know, I tend to do that, you know. I guess.
By worse.
Like I thought. Like, when I was at Burning Man, dude, like, the last day, I was just like, I did not want to leave, you know? Like, I was like, I could live here. Like, I was thinking that. I was like, I could fucking, like, it would be tough. It would be tough, but if we just, like, kept things going somehow, you know? Like, just, like, it would be so fucking amazing, like, if society was like that, you know? Like, and it's getting there, you know? It's fucking... It's on its way to, like, something better, you know, no matter what, but fucking, I don't know, like, I went there with my fire tribe to perform out in front of the Great Circle, and, the performance went great, and fucking everything. It was a fucking amazing experience, like, okay, the first day, I actually drove there with this girl. I didn't even know her, you know, like, I was just kind of asked for a ride because my roommate, she was leaving, Ashley, she's been on the cast, but she was leaving later than I expected, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna find a ride, and I posted in the Utah Burners page, and I found a ride, and they were camping with me, and, with the same camp, because we were camping with the Utah builders who did build the Temple of Awareness out at Burning Man. Not like the main big ass temple, but the Temple of Awareness, which is it's a fucking amazing structure. We'll have to fucking post a picture or some shit or some crazy shit, but it was just an amazing structure, and the Utah builders built that and brought that out there. But I got there on, let's see, I think it was Tuesday night of, I think it was the 29th, and like, I got there, set up my fucking tent and everything, after me and this girl drove there, and we were just talking, having a good time the whole way there, you know. It was just a cool girl. Mm-hmm. And, then I asked that girl, I'm like, yo, let's go on a bike ride, you know, because she was who I was there with at that point, you know. I was like, yo, like, we're all ready, you know, let's go on a fucking bike ride. We go on a bike ride, and then we, like, cruise around, we see the Temple of Awareness, like, a couple things, the man, I got the fattest splinter on the man, I still got a fucking scar from it, but fucking gnarly shit. And then, we're cruising around, and then we just get super lost, because I like, after I got my tent set up and everything, I was like, alright, I'm dropping some acid, allegedly, you know, like, as soon as I got my tent set up, I was like, alright, take it in tab, I'm here, you know, fucking took a tab, got there, fucking dipped out, got lost as shit, like, on the bikes, we were riding around on the bikes,
So did you bring a bike or how does that work?
Yeah, well, me and Ashley brought a bike, and fucking, it was, it's so much better with a bike, dude, like, so much better. It's, cause it's so huge, like, it's massive.
How, is it like sandy or is it like
It's,
easy to ride
I guess,
on?
yeah, it's pretty easy to ride on. It's pretty packed down because, like, there's people driving around, there's people walking around, and fucking, and it used to be, like, it's a lake that dries up every year, you know, it fills up with water, like, there's like 3 feet of water that goes in it every fucking year, and it just dries up, so I'd imagine that probably packs it down a bit. I wouldn't know 100% sure, I'm not a fucking geologist or anything.
So is it like that dry, cracked looking, like...
At some points, like, after it gets wet, it kind of looks like that, like, if you see it get wet, or if it, like, rains a little bit, it kind of, like, starts, like, as it's drying, there's, like, cracks, because I think the moisture's escaping, or something like that.
Yeah.
But it just gets super dusty, and fucking... Then eventually, after we're cruising around getting lost, though, I fucking make it back home, like, I see a couple of my friends from the fire tribe, and I'm like, fuck yeah, like, I was just so, like, happy to see everybody out there, you know, like, it was just like, fuck, I haven't, like, seen these niggas, like, in a while, and it was just, like, a cool place to see them, because we've been working on this shit for, like, a year almost, it feels like, anyway, probably, like, 8 months, and, since January, that's when we started working on this shit, and, then, I see them all, I'm like, fuck yeah, then I go out with my buddy Kyle, we've had Kyle on the cast, he actually built the structure at Element 11, but, I go out with my buddy Kyle and my buddy Nathan, who are all part of the fire tribe, we go out, we're fucking cruising around mobbing, and, like, I'm a awkward motherfucker, you know. I'm an awkward, shy motherfucker, you know. This is why I fucking try to do these things like the podcast and fucking go to Burning Man and fucking to get myself out of my shell. And we go there and like we dance on this big ass fucking yacht and like do all kinds of crazy fucking shit.
Like a yacht that's like a car driver.
Like a straight yacht. I think I think it was somebody said that I think it's Elon Musk's yacht.
What?
Yeah, I think it's Elon Musk.
Wait, so it has wheels or what?
It's a big ass yacht with like wheels.
Oh, okay.
And fucking, there's people partying, getting buck wild on it.
Wow.
And like we get on there just dancing on the fucking bow of the boat, you know, the front of the boat or whatever. And we're just getting buck wild. And then because that was my idea to get on the boat. Kyle looks across the playa, as they say, just because that's just what it's called. I forgot why it's called that, but and there's just lasers like fucking lasers that you could see like miles away. You know, like, and it's just like, all right, let's walk there, and we're fucking walking. We're just fucking trotting along, you know, and you could see the lasers, like, and it's like, all right, we're getting closer and closer, and you could hear the music bumping, but it was like, oh my god, this is taking a lot longer than I expected, you know. They were so much further than I expected because the lasers were so big, and it just, like, magnified it so much. But then we got there, we start dancing and fucking getting wild again, and my buddy Kyle, he's like, yo, come wait in line with me. And I'm like, alright, I don't know for what, but I'm gonna go wait in line. And then we go up towards, like, the stage. And, this camp was called, Slut City. And, there was fucking, you know those, like, like, some places they'll have, like, the girls dancing behind, like, the light with the silhouette, you know, like, you can see the shadow of them, and they're, like, doing crazy shit. And yeah, there was like girls doing that. There was a bunch of naked people dancing. They were like, it was awesome, dude. And we're waiting in line. I'm like, and then I see these like girls back there like doing some crazy shit. Like I'm seeing like behind the scenes, you know. And I was like, wow, this is pretty wild. And then I was like, what am I waiting in line for though? And I didn't even know at this point. And like, and then this lady who's like one of the organizers of the camp, she comes up to me, Kyle, and my buddy Nathan, and she's like, so you guys gonna love my box? And she's like, and then she asked the other guy, she's like, is this too many boys for the boxes at one time? And I was like, wait, am I going in the box? Like, I didn't say that, but I was thinking that. And I was thinking that, but I totally just went along with it. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna love your box. Like, even though I was totally doubting myself. And then we went and fucking got down in the boxes and just fucking danced. And then I got, like, I didn't dance as long as everybody else because I was like, you know what, like, I feel it's different kind of dancing you gotta do in there because, like, they gotta see your silhouette, you know, so you're doing weird shit.
So you were up on the stage in the silhouette.
Yeah. Yeah. I was up dancing.
Naked?
No, I didn't get naked. I was just getting weird doing my thing, you know, like, it was fun.
That's pretty dope.
It was pretty fun. And just, like, so much shit like that fucking happened, you know, like, I was forced, like, I wasn't forced, but, like, okay, this is like, I think it was the second day, like, yeah, I was just kind of like, I wasn't forced, but, like, we were just going with it, and me and my buddy Bradley, we go out on an adventure, you know, we take the bikes out, we're cruising around, and this is what's fucking crazy, like, we're cruising around, and then we fucking stop at a few spots, we go get, brainwashed. Which was, we didn't actually get brainwashed, like, at first this is how the day started. I woke up to my buddy Bradley with these two cute girls outside of the tent, and, like, he was teaching them some staff moves, and then I wake up, and I'm like, oh, there's two cute girls outside the tent, I'm gonna get my staff, and I'm gonna join these niggas, you know, and I fucking joined them, teach them some shit, and then we, go on a little adventure with these girls, and, we get brainwashed and, like...
What's brainwashed?
Well, first we go over to their little dome that they had, and they gave us some beers, and we chilled for a minute and talked. And then we went to, fucking... the brainwashing place after, because they were all talking about it. We're like, what the fuck is this? We're like, alright, let's go there. Let's get brainwashed, you know? I don't know what this is. And we fucking go. And, we go to this little camp, and they're like having people.
So wait, did you see it like in the book or something that you could get?
No, we were just kind of going with these girls that I already knew.
Oh, and they knew what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we go there with them, and we go chill in this camp for a little bit. We sign this little card thing, and then we put it in this thing, and then we go back into this little dome. So many domes out there, dude. Like domes for days. And go in this little dome, and then we all get into a circle, and, like, shoulder to shoulder circle, you know, with a whole bunch of people, like probably like 20 people, and they, like, tell us to close our eyes and shit, and like they walk around the circle and, like, mist everybody with water, and, like, it felt so fucking bomb, and then they were just, like, ringing these bells, playing these crazy instruments. I felt like I was in the jungle. I felt like I was in the straight up jungle for a little bit, dude. Like, and we all just kind of meditate for a minute. They're talking about, like, just the things you should be, like, they're just kind of, like, chanting these things, you know, like, like Earth, the universe, like, consciousness, like, just, like the things words you should be grateful for, you know. It was a lot more orchestrated than that, like, a lot more rhythmic than what I'm trying to explain, you know, but, like, it was, like, some shamanistic type fucking shit, you know, like, and we all just kind of, like, meditate in this circle for a minute, and, like, just got, like, kind of re-centered, you know, and fucking, it was just so fucking beautiful, like, everybody, like, hugged after, like, everybody was feeling, like, everybody was just so, like, vibrant, you know, like, it was so fucking amazing, like, but then after that, me and Bradley we're cruising around, just kind of going with the flow. We stopped at this place called the Black Hole, and fucking, it's just this bar, I guess it's, created by a lot of the motherfuckers who, like, set up Burning Man, so they're kind of raw motherfuckers. They're all wearing black, you know, like, and they're all just raw motherfuckers. So we kind of just, like, weren't really feeling the vibe there, you know. So we fucking left, and
this is like in the morning. time, right?
Yeah, like, this is probably about noonish.
Oh, okay.
And then my buddy, like, this is what happened in my head, and then I'll fucking kind of come back to what actually happened, you know? What happened in my head? What happened in my head was fucking, me and Bradley went straight to this camp called Costco. And, I guess we didn't. We fucking, we stopped at this other camp called, like, Burning Man Yearbook, and we fucking played, we were playing games and shit, like board games, and we played Connect 4 with this one Mexican guy. This guy from Mexico. He's a cool-ass motherfucker. And I thought we parked, like, I for some reason, after we left that place, I forgot all about that place. Like, I just forgot it happened. I thought we parked the bikes at the black hole, and, like, I just forgot about that place, you know? And my buddy Briley was getting sloshed the whole way. Getting sloshed. So we were, like, I was still kind of tripping, you know? And, like, because I took a tab earlier that morning, allegedly, and fucking, we were having a good time, you know? And then we were playing Connect 4 with this Mexican guy. And then he fucking is like, yo, have you guys been to Costco? And we're like, what the fuck's Costco? And he's like, you go and find your soulmate. And we're like, huh, what's that? And he's like, dude, you guys gotta do it. He's like, come with me. And fucking, we're like, okay. We fucking trot along with that guy. We're like, yo, should we grab the bikes? He's like, nah, you're good. And fucking, he's like, it's just right down the street, you know? And we're like, alright, right down the fucking street. We're fucking walking down the street. We fucking get there. And the rule is, when you get there, you have to find your soulmate, you have to find somebody outside to trade in their soul, like a girl. So I had to go find, well, Briley, he's a social butterfly, my buddy. He's just good. He's a likable guy, you know? Like, he's just, like, one of those guys who's not scared at all.
Yeah.
And, he finds a girl like that, you know? And then I'm out there, like, he's in there already. I'm out there awkwardly, like, about to ask girls, but, like, not really. And just being awkward, fuck, you know? Just, like, and then, then this girl comes up to me. She's like, hey, do you want to do this? And I was like, fuck yeah, like, I was like, this is what I've been waiting for. And then we get in there, and we're filling out this, like, paper. I guess what this is they take this camp, they take all, like, you fill out this paper, and they take your information and send it some, like, place in California, and they, like, test all your shit and, like, see who would be your soulmate at Burning Man.
Oh.
And fucking, we were like, and that took 24 hours, so we were gonna meet him the next day or whatever. And
wait, they like test your DNA or like?
No, they just test
your
like your info, like with some psychiatrist, some weird shit, some professional people. But fucking, I filled the fucking shit out. There's a bar at this tent, like, it was popping, you know, like everybody's filling shit out, getting drunk, and fucking. Then on the paper, yeah, it says you have to get a random person to fill out a testimonial about yourself.
Uh-huh. Oh,
A random person. So I had to go up to this girl. I was like, yo, do you want to fill it? Like, because we were kind of like talking before that, so I was like, all right, it wasn't the girl, the original girl that asked me to go in. It was a different girl that was sitting kind of by me. We were talking a little bit. And I was like, hey, do you want to just fill this out for me? And then we're talking more and more. And then her and her friend both wrote something on it, you know, that was just, like, super accurate. And then after I vibed with that chick for a minute, talked to her, super fucking cute, too, both of these girls. And the one I was vibing with was from, like, Albany, New York, or some shit. And there's people from all over the place. And I fucking was vibing with her, and then I get that shit all done, then we leave. Then we fucking lose the bikes. Oh, like, I did not know, I forgot where the bikes were, like.
Oh, so they were at
the fucking
The game place?
The place where I play Connect 4 with the Mexican dude.
Oh, I see.
And I thought they were at the black hole. So we were looking for the black hole. Like, we did not remember where the black hole was. So we were just going around asking people, like, have you seen the black hole? Everybody's kind of like, I don't know, I swear some people fucked with us and said it's the wrong way or something. And like, and then finally we get to the black hole. Finally found it after talking to a whole bunch of people, talking to a bunch of fucking cute girls, and like, it was missed so many, like, I didn't miss nothing actually, but like, but just talking to so many cute girls. And then we get there to the black hole and the bikes weren't there, and I'm just like, fuck me. I'm like, this sucks. I'm like, what the fuck is up? Like, we fucked up. We're just a couple of virgins out here just like going out on our own, you know, thinking we fucking know the shit, you know.
Yeah.
And we fucked up. We should have went out with fucking one of the niggas that knows what's going on, you know. And fucking we were just like, fuck. And then we're trotting along, and then I'm just like stressed out, and like we see the bad advice tent, which was at Element 11. And the bad advice tent, you pretty much go up to them and they give you bad advice, and they're like dedicated, you know, they'll give you some good bad advice. But we go up to them, and my buddy Bradley, it was so hard to like get him to, like, because he was drunk, he was trying to talk to everybody, and I was on a mission, you know, I was trying to find these bikes.
Yeah.
He was trying to talk to everybody. It was like, it reminded me of being like with Alex, you know, when Alex is super drunk.
With Wallace, you mean?
Yeah, with Wallace. And I was like, oh my god, Bradley, come on. And he was telling me, dude, he was like, I know they're not at the black hole. I was like, dude, you're drunk. They were at the black hole, they got stolen. And I was just being a dick, dude. And fucking, you know. But we're walking around, and okay, so we're at the bad advice tent, chilling. Like, I get some bad advice for this date that I'm gonna go on here pretty soon, and it was pretty accurate bad advice, I'd have to say. And I forgot what he exactly said, but it was some good bad advice. And
so is it? Because I know I was there, but is it like bad advice that's like funny because it's like kind of good, or is it how do they do it? Do they give you advice that like is actually not?
They just give you some terrible advice.
Yeah, it's just bad.
Because some of them it sounds like, oh, it's actually like almost like a wordplay sort of thing, you know?
Yeah,
if you know what I'm saying.
Who knows, dude?
I
Who
can't
knows?
remember.
Who the fuck knows? But fucking, it's some good bad advice.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. And then I talked to them about that, and then this lady who's camping with them, or just kicking it with them, we have drinks with her and her daughter or whatever, and they get me water because I was like, you know, Bradley, let's go back to camp. I need some fucking water. And he was such a motherfucker. He's like, hey, do you guys have water? And they're like, yeah, we got water. And they give me water. I'm just like, fuck. Alright. And it's like, we're not going back to camp. And fucking... Then this lady could tell, like, after I got the water, she could tell I was stressed out, who was camping with them. And I think, I don't know, she sounded Australian or some shit. She had an accent of some sort, I know that. But she leads me into this, she just tells my friend Bradley to chill for a minute and sit there and have a drink, you know? And she leads me into, like, a couple tents down, there was this big-ass tent. And it had bells and like gongs in it, and like bean bags everywhere, and like there was like lights that they were electrically going off with like sticks hitting them, like randomly, but they were so synchronized, and then there was lights going from where the noise was going out of. And then you could just sit there and like meditate and get weird, you know, and like.
So the light was like animating the sound, basically.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
It was fucking amazing, dude. And it was fucking amazing. I sat in there, like, meditated for like 5 minutes, went back to Briley, and then I talked with them for a minute, and then we go fucking... Well, Briley tried to get bad advice, but I think he was just too drunk to even, like, really ask a proper question, you know, for what he wanted the advice for. And then we go into this tent again, because I showed Briley, I was like, dude, you gotta come check this out, you know. And we go in there and chill for a minute. And then there's this girl sitting on this other beanbag, and Briley goes up to her and is like talking to her. And then fucking they start like snuggling for a second, you know? And I'm like, oh cool, that's cool. And then Briley goes and leaves for a minute, and he's like, yo Mike, come snuggle with this girl, she just wants to snuggle, you know. I was like, okay, like, and like it was and I snuggled with this girl, you know, and she was like just this really like just like snuggling with her, like it wasn't like a sexual type snuggle or like I want to bang this girl type of snuggle, you know, like it was just like this person is just like such a sweet person, you know, and so fucking nice that like that she could just like tell that me and Briley are going like kind of stressed out right now, and like, and she was this like 40-year-old lady, and like super cute and fucking Australian. She was from Australia, and we talked for a minute. She's just super down to earth and fucking cool, like. And it was so funny, like it was just like exactly like what I needed, you know, just like just needed to snuggle real quick. Just needed to snuggle. And fucking snuggle with this girl. And then eventually we find this other like we're walking home again after we leave from there, and there's this other camp that we stop at because I didn't want to stop. I was like trying to leave, like, and Bradley was like, "Yo, Mike, fucking come back here." And like, I go back there, and there was this girl and her grandma or mom. I don't remember exactly what it was, but some old lady and some cute younger girl, and we're sitting there at their camp, and this grandma lady gave us like big old bag of cookies. Big bag of cookies, and I was like, oh my fucking god, what? Hell yeah. And like, Bradley's just a character, you know, he's a funny motherfucker. They were just cracking up from him, like, and he gets these big old bag of cookies, and then about like a bag of jerky, and like fucking, and then we're talking, and this girl, eventually we get to the point where like, we're part of the Utah Fire Tribe or whatever, eventually, like, just, like, comes out, you know, just because it's why we're there. And, they're like, oh, well, that's fucking awesome. And the girl's like, oh, I've always wanted to spin fire. And,
the younger girl?
Yeah, the younger girl. And I was like, oh, that's cool, like, you should fucking come to my camp tomorrow at, like, 3 or whatever, and I could teach you some shit, you know, and we can fuck around. And, like, dude, it sucks because I miss so many cool opportunities to, like, hang out with, like, cool girls. But, like, I did hang out with cool girls, but, like, I missed a lot of opportunities. But, fucking, I had so many opportunities that there had to be some missed opportunities. Yeah. But, I forgot that I had practice the day after that, like, fucking, and it was just fucking, I don't know if she really came by the camp or not. But,
so she came by, but
she might have. Who knows?
Practice, so
who knows? Yeah, but it could have been anything. But that night, we eventually they had a little golf cart that they turned into a sick little art car, you know. And eventually we were like, fuck it, you know, we want to stop by our camp and just pick up our staff and our toys, you know, and some fuel, and we could go out to fucking D-Ply and fucking spin some fire, you know. And then we drove this art car to the fucking, well, this old lady drove the art car to the camp, and then we picked up everything and fucking went and spun fire out in the fucking middle of the fucking playa, and fucking this girl showed her some moves and shit. It was so like beautiful, dude, just the whole experience. And like, but then I go back to find my soulmate the next day. And it is funny. It is funny but fucked up. Like,
Was it a
my
dude?
soulmate? No, my
Like,
soulmate. No, my soulmate was actually, which was funny. Like, I look at the paper, and it's just like this beautiful fucking girl, like that she drew of herself, you know, because you draw a picture of yourself. And
yeah.
I'm like, damn, like this chick is hot. My picture was busted that I drew. Like, but what was funny is that I look at the testimonial that got filled out by a random person, and it was filled out by Briley, my buddy.
For that girl?
For that girl. And then I fucking look at it again, and I'm like, oh my god, this chick is from Albany, New York. And I'm like, oh my god, this is the chick I was talking to. And like, yeah, it was the chick I was talking to. And my buddy Briley, we're waiting for his soulmate. And because I had to get her shit and then go find her camp, but I ended up not doing it because I was so busy the rest of the week with the performance and perimeters and like, shit like that. And
that's crazy.
But yeah, it was the girl that I was talking to, which is fucked because it's like, yo, Mike, fucking quit trying to find your soulmate, just go talk to a bitch. But then my buddy Briley, he gets his paper, and it's this like 50-year-old guy named Larry. Because they never said it was like a sexual thing. And it was Larry, and his favorite, like it said, his favorite thing to do was watch porn, which was, and like it was fucked up. Briley was so upset about it because he put so much faith into this soulmate thing, and like was like so ready to find the soulmate. And I felt so bad. I was like, come on, guys, you should have given him a girl. But, like, he just got what he got, you know?
Yeah.
But then we split ways after that because I was gonna... The bike was fucked up. The bike was fucked up, and the girl, my soulmate, worked at the chop shop, which was the bike shop. But...
So you brought your fixie, right?
No. Me and Ashley went on a little mountain bike from Walmart and fucking mount that. But the bike was fucked up, the handlebars, and I was about to go find the chop shop, but I could, like, I looked in the book and everything, like, just looked like a bitch to fucking find. And then there was a bike shop right in front of my face. So I was like, I could fix this right now. And I was like, then I could find her tomorrow. And then I never ended up finding her. But then Briley split ways, and he went to make a tiny head, like a sculpture, at this one camp. And I was just tired. I was like, you know, brother, I'm gonna find my soulmate, maybe, and fucking go to sleep or, like, go on a little, like, date or something. And fucking...
So she got the same paper saying that.
Yeah. And fucking... And then, well, if she came back to the Costco place 24 hours later, and then, but Bradley went to go make a tiny head. And I was laughing so hard because I was like, I can't believe you got an old man, dude. Like, I felt so bad, but I couldn't help but laugh, you know. And he was just being so, like, he was so angry. It was hilarious.
And like, is he still just drunk at this point?
Yeah. Well, no, he was drinking a little bit at this point, but not like the day before, you know.
Yeah.
And and then he goes off, makes a tiny head, and then I go off, fix the bike, and then I go cruise around for a little bit, and then I go back. I actually span point at this fucking cool ass structure that looked like a weed leaf, and fucking then I went back. And then I see Bradley come back, and I'm like, yo, dude, how'd the tiny head making go, you know? He pulls out his tiny head, he's like, yo, this is fucking, like, this is my tiny head, you know, this is sick.
What is it made out of? Like?
It was like this weird little fucking tiny head that he put like a mohawk in and like a nose ring. I don't know. I don't even know. Like,
out of like clay.
Out of some like weird clay type stuff. And fucking.
And it hardened.
Yeah, some shit, or like maybe it was already hardened and they like just put some shit in his face or something.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then he comes back. He's like, "Yeah, dude, I met Larry." And I was like, "What? You met Larry?" And Larry was his soulmate.
Oh.
And he was at the tiny head making camp. And they made a tiny head together.
What?
Yeah, they made a tiny
so
head
trippy.
together. And fucking, they both talked to each other. They're like, yeah, we weren't going to find it. They were like, they both were on the same page. They're like, yeah, I wasn't even gonna look for you, you know, like, because they were soulmates, you know.
They're probably both
they're both on the same page, you know. And then yeah, like, I was just like mind blown by that. I was like, holy shit. And then yeah, fast forward to later that day, I fucking did a burn perimeter with the fucking Utah Builders crew, which we just made sure nobody ran into the fire, you know, with the temple when they burnt it. Well, with the Temple of Awareness. And the Temple of Awareness, if you look up a picture of it, Temple of Awareness, Burning Man 2017, it's really, you can kind of see by looking at it, but like, it's called the Temple of Awareness because it's supposed to, it really gives you awareness of all the options, you know, there's so many options in that temple, you know, and yeah, we'll have to post a picture of it, but it's fucking beautiful, and we did the burn perimeter for that, and I'm an awkward guy, you know, and I had to like I had to keep the crowd calm, you know, I had to get everybody to sit down in the first like 7 rows, you know, and like you don't want to seem like a dick, you know. You don't want to be that guy who's like, yo, everybody like
step back.
Like you just want to be like, yo, everybody like, this is why we gotta do this, you know, like this is what's up, and it was kind of cool being able to do that. And then on Saturday when me and the Utah Fire Tribe, like, the performances, like, I'm skipping a lot of shit just because I have to, but fucking the performance is on Saturday before the man goes up into flames, you know, and like I leave my camp and I'm walking towards the man, like, and I'm just like, this is what like we have been working all fucking year for, you know, like this is what like my shin, the leader of the fucking fire tribe, both my shins, you know, have been pumping us up for, like, and just like, this is what we're fucking like here for, like, and it was just starting to really get to me. I was fucking like straight up like about to cry, you know. I was like, this is like about to be over. This is gonna be crazy not having this like in my like having this like this performance in my life anymore, you know. Like, I'm putting it out there, everybody's gonna see it now. It's done.
It's over.
And we fucking we're walking up, we fucking have our little line minutes, and like it's so hard to like get even close to the man when they're about to burn it, you know, because like they want to be really safe, make sure nobody's fucking going into it or like doing anything stupid, you know. And so we have to take a lot of precautions, and then we go into the fucking perimeter and fucking find our spot where we're gonna perform, and there's like at least, I don't even know how many, but there's like fucking 100 or so fucking fire troops that perform in front of the man.
Fire tribes?
Yeah.
100 tribes?
There's so many fire troops, like so many tribes, like
shit.
I don't know if I'm right at all, but fucking there's so much fucking performing going on all at once, because it's all this energy is going into the man, you know, like, and everybody has their own little like pie slice of the performance, you know, and around a circle.
That's tricky.
So like I couldn't imagine looking at that from a helicopter or something like that while everybody's performing, the synchronicities that would happen between the tribes, you know, because just watching two people perform the synchronicities that happen like with the free floating even is fucking amazing. And
so is there a point where there's all the same music playing to all the performers?
Well, there was at this point. Okay, so there's the man in the middle. There's everybody, like the fire performers. Well, there's the man. There's a bunch of rangers and shit, making sure nobody's going like towards the man or anything. The fire performers and fucking. Then there's more rangers, making sure nobody fucking goes past the main perimeter. And then there's perimeter people, and then there's fucking the just like kind of open space, and then there's a bunch of art cars. Whole bunch of fucking art cars. And then yeah, what question did you ask me?
Is there music that plays like
oh yeah,
there was
a whole bunch of drummers. Dum, 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 dum,
okay.
Fucking just
That's
drum.
even better.
So intense, dude.
Wow.
Well, as soon as the drums started playing, and they had a. Did I already talk about how they already had like when we were about to perform, they have like an opening ceremony
Oh yeah.
where people walk around with stilts and light these big ass torches, and then after all the torches are lit, all around what's called Esplanade, which is like the middle road in like the middle road that goes into the open playa, that goes into the middle of like the desert, you know.
Uh-huh.
And they fucking go around and light a whole bunch of fucking torches around all the fucking fire spinners, and then all those torches are lit, and then everybody starts performing. Before we start performing, the man's arms go up because they're standing down at like a still position, then they go up.
So how does that work? Is there like a
Some fucking shit that somebody made.
Pulleys or something.
Pulleys. Some crazy shit. And
How tall is this thing, would you say?
there was a okay, so the man, if you look up a picture, Burning Man 2017, the man, I couldn't fucking exactly say how tall it was, but there was this big ass like Chinese temple looking thing surrounding it, and then there's the man inside of it that was probably like I don't even fucking know.
Yeah,
Probably
I think
like
I saw some
60
pictures.
feet tall, and just beautiful, just structure, just like what kind of bells in it. When I went inside of it, like it was just so fucking beautiful and like just epic, you know,
Yeah.
just epic, and then yeah, they're where was I at?
When they light all the torches.
Oh, yeah, they light all the
so does the
torches.
fire tribe go and get
And
the
then,
fire from
yeah,
those
and
torches?
what's crazy is that there's I forgot exactly what it was, but like the fire, it's like the same fire passed down from like a really long time, you know, like so
okay.
we use the same fire to light the man, you know.
Oh.
And
wow.
it's
That's
like
crazy. It's more and
ceremonial.
more
It's
intricate.
ceremonial, dude. Like, and it's set up so symmetrical throughout the whole place. Like the structures are made to line up with other structures, so you can like, just like it's symmetrical, everything. And yeah, then we start performing after they light those torches, and after the little open ceremony, where this girl just kills it on the hoops and fucking just a little thing. And we did the performance, and then fucking slayed it. Had a couple little hiccups, but that's just what happens in a performance, you know. You just gotta work through them and make it look like it didn't happen, you know.
Mhm.
And then we fucking I'm fucking losing my train of thought. Oh, then we had Chaos, which is where everybody just kind of goes buck wild, you know. And we're free flowing for a while, fucking around. I get my poi out. We're just getting buck wild. And then we sit there, like, performance is done. We have to sit down where we're at, and if we you cannot move forward, because if they see you move forward, like they're like, nah, you just can't move forward towards the man. After the fire spinning's done, everybody sits down and chills the fuck out.
Uh-huh.
You can only move backwards, and if you move backwards, you have to stay at that point, because you're inside the perimeter, you know.
Uh-huh.
If you're a fire spinner, anyway. And then fucking we're watching it burn. There was one diesel bomb that went off, just blew my fucking mind, like massive, like fireworks going off. There's like crazy. It was like so theatrical, the most symmetrical fucking fireworks show I've ever seen. And like then just diesel bombs go off and blow this thing to smithereens. The man on the inside and like some shit. And then it starts burning and burning, and it gets to like its hottest point. And while like the wood starts burning, you know, everything starts to actually burn, and then it's going and going. We're fucking, me and my fire tribe, everybody we've like worked with, we're sitting around drinking, you know, having celebratory drinks, you know. My buddy Ben, he He's like one of our fire safety guys, like real solid dude. Like he does so much for the Burning Man community, helps so much with all that shit. Like, and just solid fucking character. Like he fucks with me a little bit, but I know it's because he cares, you know. And he fucking pulls out this mead that he made, dude. And he whips out the mead, dude. And I try it, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is, dude, it was so bomb. Like, the bomb is like crazy. It's like, it's not like something you chug, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, this is so good. And the whole tribe, we could kill a couple bottles of that. And then we're just getting to the level we want to be at, you know, and fucking, then, all of a sudden I see the silhouette of this fucking guy who's booking in the fire, which is like, I don't know, it was pretty crazy, it was pretty surreal, you know, like, to see somebody run into a fucking fire that I was burning at from like, I don't know, 100 yards away from it. Who the fuck knows how far I really was, but like, we were pretty closer than everybody else was. We were like front row seats, you know, because we were just at a fire performance. And this guy runs in, he collapses into the fire, like to the smaller parts of the fire, like the outskirts, you know. And these firemen run in, and they run in after him and fucking try to grab him, and then the fucking pillars are starting to fall down from this fucking structure. And then they book it out to get away from these pillars. The pillars almost fall onto them and kill them, basically. And then they had to run back in and grab this guy's body, which I don't know if he was still like a little bit alive at that point or anything like that. But like, he had to have just been done. And I don't know, dude, it's crazy. It kind of killed the vibes for that night, like a little bit, like at least for that moment. Like, everybody was kind of like, whoa, because a lot of the people that I was with went to Element 11 in 2013 and saw somebody do that same thing. And this guy, he had to have planned it out because he was 100% sober, and like, I don't know, maybe he didn't. Who the fuck knows? And like, it's just crazy, you know. It's crazy that he wanted to do that, and I feel bad for like the firemen who like could have got hurt, you know, like the people who really like were up close and personal with that shit, like the Rangers who saw that shit, and like the fucking EMTs who had to fucking see that shit, and like just all the people who like really were affected by it, because like, I don't know, I feel bad that it happened. But I really am not gonna let it ruin my experience, you know, because Burning Man was one of the best experiences of my life, you know. I've been preparing for this for like 8 months, and I don't know, it sucks. It sucks for the people who had to see it. I feel fucking awful about it, you know, like, but I'm kinda, the next morning was the morning, Sunday was when we were gonna leave, and me and Ashley, my roommate, Ashley went out there with me, and we were waking up the next morning, and actually, this is what's crazy, that night, me and my buddy JD and Callan, and Ashley, and we went out, and we went into this, we were just gonna go rage, you know. And my buddy JD, and this is one of my more irresponsible nights, but we go into the bathroom. Well, my homie goes in the bathroom and he finds a full bag of Molly. Like full bag of Molly. We're like, okay, like, these are like the porta potty gods, like, speaking to us right now. And before that, my buddy gave me some mushrooms, and he just wasn't really feeling like going out, and he gave me like probably like a half-eighth just to munch on real quick, and we go out, find that Molly, and then we're cruising around, we did a little bit of Molly, and we're fucking mobbing. And, we go into this pyramid that I saw earlier. I saw Aubrey Marcus that week. I saw Aubrey Marcus, which, if you don't know who Aubrey Marcus is, you're fucking up. But just getting just look him up. And one of my favorite podcasts is Bound the Jerrick Experience. He's got the Aubrey Marcus podcast, and he did a talk there a couple days before at this pyramid about like love and delusion. Really good talk. And I said what up to him, showed like just like said what up and like thanks for podcasting, you know, thanks for doing what you've done. And then back to fucking partying that night. We're fucking going out. We go back to this pyramid that I saw Aubrey Marcus in, and Skrillex was playing, like just like a low key set. I was like just like a secret set, you know. He played earlier that week, but it wasn't like a secret set, and this one was like just super low key. And I was like, what the fuck? This is crazy. And we're raging in there for a minute. And I look over my left, there's Aubrey Marcus raging with his wife. And I'm just like, okay, this is the place to be. And he's got like, because they're in like, I don't know, he's a real open-minded guy, you know. Him and his wife really know how to work on shit, like, I'm assuming, you know. And at least, yeah, I'm sure it's work, but like he was out there dancing with like a whole bunch of girls, you know, because they have an open relationship, you know.
Really?
It's interesting, dude. You should hear him talk about it because like he's got real interesting perspectives on it, like real, like you just gotta hear him talk about it.
He talked about it on his podcast.
Yeah, and he talked a bit about it at Burning Man too, and yeah, I'm just partying with Aubrey Marcus and Skrillex. Ashley's dancing on stage with Skrillex, which Ashley's my roommate. She's been on the podcast. Like, and we're just getting wild, you know, and like, just so much crazy shit, so many art cars, like, I stayed out, like, Ashley went home kind of early that night. I stayed out all night with JD and my buddy Callan. We just kind of, like, raged, you know, just, like, went all around everywhere. And then towards the end of the night, and this is how I could tell it was getting time to go home, you know, because, like, towards the end of the night, we go back. Skrillex is still playing. Like, this is when the sunrise is about to come up. Sunrise is coming up. We go back, and Skrillex is just kind of, like, playing chiller music, you know, some, like, more hip-hop. And then the sunrise is coming up, and it's, like, epically beautiful. We go outside of this pyramid to look at it, and then Skrillex throws on, "That's too much sauce." And then I'm just like, oh, yes. And he's just playing "That's Too Much Sauce." And but who plays that song? Lil Uzi Vert or whatever?
Uzi Vert,
yeah, just some fucking stupid ass awesome song. And he's playing this song just like, "That's too much sauce." And I'm like, fuck, that means it's time to go back and see the homies pretty soon. Like this was fucking amazing. Like, this was such a fucking good way to end this. And I could just feel like, I don't know if it was just me, like, tripping a little bit from the mushrooms and the molly, but, like, I was like, this is, like, a sign that it's, like, over, you know, and it's, like, time to go back, you know, like, I need to see the niggas, I need to fucking bring this experience back, you know, and, like, reintegrate it and fucking... And there was so much more shit, so much, like, more struggles and, like, shit that went on than that. Like, so many weird little mental things, like, that it's just me all around. It's just me, like, being like, oh, this guy's a dick. But really, it was just, like, me fucking up, you know? Like, so it was just, like, I don't know. It was just so amazing. So, like... Nothing could really explain it, and I know I just went off for a fucking long while. It's wild shit, but there's so much more wild shit that went on that it would be such a long podcast if I just, like, kept going. But, I don't know, dude, you guys gotta come next year. Anybody who, like, really feels like they need something like that, like, really, I recommend finding, like, some, like, a nice community to go with, because, like, the camp I went with was the Utah Builders and my tribe, you know, and we kind of organized it all to where somebody was cooking a meal one night, and, like, we're all contributing, like, and so everybody had food, and, like, everybody's cooking for each other, and, like, there was a shout. Like, it's really good just to get in with some of your local artists, you know, if you have some sort of community out where you are, you know, and, like, just really be a part of something, you know, and fucking, yeah, just be a part of something. That's the best way I could say it. And if you really want to be a part of something, create something, go to Burning Man, or, like, do whatever, just do it. Just do it. Don't talk about doing it, just do it. But yeah, it's something else, but y'all should come.
Yeah, I definitely want to go sometime in the future.
Yeah.
It sounds like Element 11, but just like
On steroids.
Boom.
Yeah, on steroids, dude. Like, so crazy. Like, I meant to get some pictures and stuff, but, like, it just didn't happen that way, you know? Like, just like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know there's some people who got some pictures.
Yeah, I saw some pretty dope pictures.
Yeah.
Well, shall we end it there?
Shall we?
Yeah.
Just fucking spoils. Just
Mike's
jerked off
Burning
my
Man
fucking Burning Man
experience.
experience to everybody.
There you go.
Wasn't even half of it though. Like, not even like it was. That was probably like 5% of it, if that.
I'm sure more will come up in future podcasts.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure eventually.
Yeah.
But yeah, much love, niggas, or
Have a-
whatevers.
Have a good day or week or whatever you're on.
Yeah.
Peace out. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.